We're honored to have Congressman James Clyburn here with us here in the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Philadelphia Free Library and a member of Alpha Boulay, Sigma Pi Phi Incorporated, we're thrilled to have him here to raise money in support of the Free Library Foundation. The work of the Free Library is paramount, and it's essential that we continue to do the good work that's been done over these many years. And we're thrilled to have him here with us.
Hi, I'm Sade Olani Peckin-Lewis. I'm the chairwoman of the Free Library of Philadelphia. We're excited to be here this evening where we're going to have a guest speaker, Congressman Clyburn, who's going to talk about his new book. It's history in the making.
Great to have a speaker like Representative Clyburn to come to this library, and more importantly, it just enables the library to showcase its value to the Philadelphia community. I'd like to thank Morris Williams, who sponsors the author events. He's done this for multiple years, and it's an important piece of what we do in partnership with the library.
Let's give a round of applause for Omega Psi Phi fraternities. If you're not familiar with the Divine Nine fraternities and sorority, they're historically African-American sororities and fraternities that were founded over 100 years ago. I am the daughter of a member of Omega Psi Phi, and this event is special to me. I love when my personal life can intersect with my work life. And so the brothers of Omega Psi Phi and the Boulay, which my husband is a member of, sponsored this reception. They raised more than $10,000 together for the library and this reception. Can we give a round of applause to that? Thank you so much. And Congressman Clyburn is a member of both of those historical organizations, so hence why the partnership is essential, in particular to the African American community. I also want to say a little shout out. I've been reading Congressman Clyburn's book. It is a history lesson and touches my soul about facts about my own history that I did not know. And what is more serendipitous is that Congressman Clyburn's late wife was a librarian for 50 years. Let's give her a round of applause. I also want to take a personal privilege to say me and my friend Jen here, who's known the Congressman's niece since she attended Georgetown, and Erica was at University of Maryland, my alma mater, and I've raised my kids with the Congressman's niece in northern New Jersey. So this is a special day for me. Just gratitude for everyone, my leadership at the foundation, like I said.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly Richards. I'm the president and director here at the Free Library of Philadelphia, the greatest library in the universe. And I got the greatest team working with me to make sure that we provide the best level of service to every Philadelphian. And believe it or not, we also provide service to the whole Commonwealth. So, Monique mentioned and gave thanks to everyone who participated, the Omegas and Brule. I just want to thank all of the elected officials here, because truth be told, the way things are going, we would not be here if it wasn't for you, your continued support, your continued efforts to provide the necessary funding so that we can do this job to provide that best level of library service.
We want to say thanks to all the elected officials in the room. Congressman Dwight Evans was here. Yeah. And at this time, we'd like to thank Dr. Leroy Nunnery, who's representing the Boulay and Omega Psi Phi, to say a few words on behalf of sponsoring this lecture. The reception. Morris Williams sponsored the lecture. He's here. Let's give him a round of applause.
Fantastic.
He's an amazing supporter of the foundation and the library. But thank you, Dr.
Well, thank you, Monique. Good evening, everybody. Lee Nunnery, I'm Sire Archon of Alpha Boulay, Sigma Pi Phi fraternity, which was founded right here in Philadelphia in 1904. So we are the oldest African-American fraternity in the nation. Congressman Clyburn, Governor Shapiro, it's great to see both of you. And the thing that's so fascinating is that Congressman Clyburn, you hear more about him, is not only a 55-plus year member of Omega Psi Phi, but also a 30-plus year member of the Boule, Sigma Pi Phi.
I want to begin by thanking this library that has stood for more than a century as a place of education for all God's children here in Philadelphia and across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I am so profoundly grateful for what you do to inspire learning and inspire inclusivity and to give young people a safe, wonderful environment to be every day. We thank you and we are indebted to you and we always have your back. Thank you very, very much. So I am grateful that Congressman Clyburn has chosen to be here today and to give us a few moments of his time to share his wisdom and his reason for writing this important book. As I turn it over to the Congressman, I'll note that Dr. Nunnery mentioned that we're all in a good mood today because the Birds won. We were a little worried about that. But the Congressman is in a great mood because his South Carolina State football team not only won their bowl game yesterday, but it was a 4-overtime game. And so to have the Congressman here in Philly, to have him talk about this incredible book, and to have him in a good mood to do all that is especially rewarding. Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Jim Clyburn.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been in Congress 32 years, and for all but 8 months of those 32 years, I've had the same chief of staff who is a very close friend of Governor Shapiro. He would be here today, but his mother is not doing well, and he went down to South Carolina. But he has ordered staff who are here. I see Matthew Ellison. Now, Adam Sachs used to be staffer, but he's still taking pictures. I understand. And my relative who I don't have to pay, William, and thank them for being here with me as well. Let me thank you guys for having me. Thank you for the leadership you've given to this library. My late wife was a librarian, and one of the things I never shall forget, I was doing a commencement at our alma mater, and we were talking about life's experiences. And I watched her over the years as she developed into the great librarian that she was. And I thought about her background and her experiences. Emily grew up on a little 23-acre farm in rural South Carolina. Came to South Carolina State in a pickup truck. Her family didn't own an automobile. She grew up walking 2.5 miles to school every morning and 2.5 miles back home every afternoon. Grew up at a time when little black kids in South Carolina were not allowed school buses. And she came to that school. I don't know what was expected of her, but I know what she did. She came there and she saw a little wayward boy walking across the campus about to make a big mistake. And she told her roommate one day, after watching me walk across the campus with a young lady I was holding hands with at the time, they do not make a good couple. He is going to be my husband. And she laid out a plan. And that little 95-pounder that I met in jail, that I shared a hamburger with during the very first sit-in that we had in South Carolina. And that hamburger came at the appropriate time because I was so grateful for that half hamburger. I married her 18 months later. So let me close by thanking my friend Dwight. I love this guy. When I came here, I don't know why he asked me to come. He said he was going to run for Congress, wanted me to come here to do an event for him. I said, what the heck I can do for Dwight? You know, I came here that night, I should never forget it. And I knew, I just asked myself, what am I doing? I can't do anything to help this guy. He needs to help me. The people of this community love you. They hate to see you hang it up. But I want you to know that when I wrote my memoir, I call it Blessed Experiences. And I said in the introduction to that book that all of my experiences have not been pleasant, but I considered all of them to be blessings. But serving with you has been pleasant and a blessing. And I want to thank you for your friendship over the years. Love you guys.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to our private reception, to our author talk. Thank all the donors who donated to this private reception. If you can raise your hand, we so appreciate you. Omega Psi Phi and the Boule. We thank Morris Williams, who will be introducing the congressman, for sponsoring this lecture. And we're just so grateful to everyone, our board members, the city of Philadelphia, our mayor, unfortunately, got held up because of the weather and couldn't be here today. But let's give the Congressman and Governor Shapiro a round of applause. They're both very busy.